My concern is that this project, while I strongly favor it in principle, as currently designed, doesn't seem fair to the community of Jacumba in the sense that it imposes enormous costs, but does not make the community whole. The community is left sort of holding the bag on something that benefits others, and they're holding the costs. And I think this is the kind of environmental injustice that I think we fear when we look at big scale energy investments. Fundamentally, we're not talking about this project. We're really talking about the future of our regional energy system and our values and our vision. I want to say that our climate needs are existential, but I also want to say to our project proponent that we have a responsibility to reduce consequences and impacts and community impacts as we move towards that zero carbon future. It also means making communities whole when vitally needed renewable energy projects in their backyards. So while the CEQA process does do a good job at mitigating environmental impacts, it leaves socioeconomic impacts largely unaddressed. We need to think about the impact on the community. We need to think about ensuring that there's fairness and equity in how we chart a path to a zero carbon future.
I've been asking a lot of questions about providing additional community benefits to provide some sort of balance. I want to make sure that the surrounding community receives benefits from the profits.
The benefits, are all going to other cities, are going to the urban areas and the coastal areas, when all the impacts are being felt by Jacumba, a very small community that is already a disadvantaged community. I also represent part of the unincorporated area in San Diego County and northern part of the county, and I know this is going to be coming to my district as well, and we can't make one community bear all of the burdens for everyone else. But I'm very concerned because I know the unincorporated area is going to bear the burden of the solar and clean energy projects. We just got to make sure people that are in the unincorporated areas are made whole. Shipping all that power that's being generated right next door to the coast and to the big cities, and you're not benefiting from it at all is just crazy.
For too often we've allowed affluent communities to step on smaller communities, weaker communities, and that's not fair, and it's not right.
The San Diego County Board of Supervisors has already recognized that large-scale renewable energy projects like the JVR Solar Park can create deep inequities when rural communities bear the environmental and social costs while the benefits flow elsewhere. One supervisor said it plainly, and that Jacumba was left holding the bag for a project that benefits coastal and urban areas. Those words ring just as true for Boulevard today. Starlight Solar would impose lasting changes on our landscape, our wildlife corridors, our rural character, and our peace and quiet, all while sending the power and profits away from the people who live with the consequences. The Boulevard Planning Group has a responsibility to ensure that our community is not treated as an afterthought or a dumping ground for urban energy demands. Boulevard deserves to be made whole, not offered a token benefits package that does little to offset the permanent transformation of our land and way of life. True fairness means demanding a comprehensive and enforceable community benefits agreement. Anything less would repeat the same pattern of environmental injustice the board itself warned against. Boulevard deserves better, not just mitigation, but genuine equity.